Hi and welcome to Indigo Starfire. My name is Bevin, and in this video I'm going to be doing a channeled message from your secret admirer. These are going to be general messages, so just take what works, leave the rest behind. If you would like a personal reading to look into your unique situation, I offer those for purchase through my Etsy shop, and there's a link to my shop in the description box of the video. I've also launched a second channel here on YouTube called Lady of the Dawn, where I do readings related to topics other than love and romance. There's a link to that channel in the description box of the video as well. So as far as this reading is concerned, there are 3 groups to choose from. Group 1 is the pink calcite. Group 2 is the green calcite. And group 3 is the orange calcite. So if you want to take a moment to center, focus on your breathing, and feel whichever group, maybe multiple groups or perhaps all of the groups that you're most drawn to. I'll give you a minute to make your selection and then we'll get right into it. And there are timestamps in the description box of the video for each group if you would like to jump ahead. And up next is a close-up photo of the crystals to help you better make your selection. Hi, Group 1. You chose the pink calcite. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I'll dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. Going to be channeling in the first person tense, using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first section or can serve as additional messages for you from your secret admirer at this time. And then I'll close the reading out with some initials. So, what does your secret admirer want you to know right now? Okay, we have the 10 of Wands, the King of Swords, 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords, 8 of Wands, Justice, Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Cups. To say you are a distraction would be an understatement. It seems that wherever I turn, no matter how deeply into the practical matters in front of me I try to immerse myself, there are signs and reminders bombarding me to the awareness of your presence everywhere I go. I am reaching the end of the line with my stance in this situation, which is not to give away too much of an indicator to you about the truth and nature of what I feel inside. I have rehearsed so many times and played out the various scenarios in every imaginable way of what that will be to take steps towards you. Remove the veil of illusion and pleasantry between the two of us, and to allow you to see unequivocally deep into the core truth and reality of what has stirred inside me for you. You have changed my whole direction without meaning to, and in a very confrontational and yet exhilarating way. It is a struggle for me to put one foot in front of the other and remain very present in the life that I have built for myself. I am now filled with questions and possibilities about what else the future might hold for me, not just in terms of love and romance, but who I am as an individual, how I am moving through the world, the impression that I give others of who I am, what my goals and priorities are, what I will and will not tolerate and settle for in my life. The idea of speaking my truth to you is just one petal in a flower of empowerment which has blossomed within. I am aware of my shortcomings in a very acute manner at this time. I want to make sure that I put my best foot forward with you, because I feel that it will be so important if you will have and receive me and the truth I have to deliver, that we together can step into a profound new chapter where so many of my coping mechanisms, the burdens that I have been holding on to, and the belief systems which have been my compass up to this point in time, will not serve adequately or even at all the expansiveness which I sense is possible on the other side of a process of rigorous truth with you. I feel drawn to you from the core of my very being. There are times where I get a sensation, an itch inside that has me on high alert, only to have that followed up by some form of correspondence from you, some direct indicator of your presence in the world as I am able to observe it, something that crosses my path, that points in your direction. I feel that there is a greater weight and gravity to this experience with you if you will have me as I am, and if we are able to walk together into a new phase and stage of relating to each other. I don't want to come on too strong, and part of the reason that I am holding back at this time is in order to try and gain some sort of perspective within myself. How much is enough to let you know that I have intentions of moving towards a long-term horizon with you? And how much should I save for another day, so that we are able to savor slowly, utterly, truly, and thoroughly the joy of exploring one another and expanding beyond the definitions and parameters of how we are known to each other at this time? My nerves get the best of me, and I know that at some point I must just take the plunge and speak. I am hoping that you will be receptive to the truth I have to deliver. It is so hard in this state of mind to be able to decipher and determine with any accuracy if this chemistry is mutual, or if you have just captivated me so thoroughly that I am now head over heels and in a way that I am not able to properly discern reality from the version of truth that I hope to make real, that I hold within. So, if I am a little bit wobbly in the words that I speak to you, I hope that you will understand that this is not coming from a place of uncertainty, but instead with a need to be so precise and leave no room for error. Because I want you to see me with fresh eyes, and I want to make sure that if you are willing to entertain matters of the heart with me, that we take this journey to the next level at a pace which is organic and comfortable for the two of us, so that we are able to determine what we are able to ground down into the material reality, what each of us needs, craves, and wants as far as a loving partner, and where the universe is guiding and directing us both internally and together, so that we can experience the actualization of the optimal potential of what I hope so desperately and dearly will flourish between the two of us in this lifetime. So those are your messages in terms of signs. With swords, we've got air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Wands is fire energy, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Cups is water, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. And Justice is Libra. So let's see, what else does your secret admirer want you to know at this time? Okay, and they say, I have never felt this strongly about anyone. I have been sinking into blissful meditation lately and receiving higher guidance about you and me. I am undergoing an amazing awakening. I am finding myself along the way. Please be patient with me. It doesn't matter where I go or who I am with. You're all I see. We need to heal ourselves for union. We have an important mission to fulfill here. I dream about you all the time, and when I wake, I swear it feels like we were really together. I could listen to your voice all day and all night. Like a lullaby, it is music to my ears and soothes my soul. And my deepest desire is to create a beautiful family with you. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your secret admirer, or could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. W, F, X, U, L, T, E, H, S, F, M, E, Y, Q, T, R, N, C, A, W, L, and V. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 2. You chose the green calcite. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I'll dive into the deeper energies surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first section or can serve as additional messages for you from your secret admirer at this time. And then I'll close the reading out with some initial. So, what does your secret admirer want you to know right now? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Tower, the Hermit, Five of Cups, Seven of Cups, the Moon, the Chariot, and the King of Swords. It has been so long since we have been face to face with one another. And when I stumbled upon you, not even by accident, but by a process of intricate serendipity that still leaves me with a sense of awe and wonder. I was floored, taken aback, seeing you freshly and with new eyes as if for the first time. I can't believe I was so blind to the essence of who you are before. I am struggling at this point in time with forgiving myself for allowing you to slip through my fingers the last time. I am intent on stepping out of the shadows and announcing my presence to you directly, so that you understand that the time period of me watching from afar, wishing what I could have, and not taking measured steps in order to make that a reality, are bygone days. I have evolved beyond that version of me, just as it is so apparent in a most attractive and wondrous manner that you have evolved far beyond the person that I once knew. It feels as if we will be meeting for the first time when I take steps towards you. And I am so nervous about making sure that you understand the need for me to regain your trust slowly and over time. Because even if you are open and receptive to me, I carry a weight and a heaviness within for all the ways in which I took you for granted and did not fully appreciate what it was you were trying to offer to me the last time around. Please allow me this opportunity to prove to you that I have changed. I want so much, not just to melt your heart, but to help you flow into the direction of an experience of love, which is unlike anything you have known before. I am compelled towards you. I could not stay away at this point if I tried. I have long outgrown the tendency to run, and it was through the course of moving through the world with more determination, a humbleness, and a certainty of who I am and what I really want deep within my core, that I was gifted a second chance with you. You were dropped almost by magic upon my doorstep, and I have not been able to take my eyes off of you ever since. I am reaching out for you in this moment from my heart, and I hope that you feel me there with you. There is so much that is unspoken between the two of us, and I hope to remedy that very soon with you. I want you to see me as a changed person, better in so many ways than who you were dealing with before, and yet still having held on to the core essence of that spark between the two of us, that bond, that chemistry, which it was so unfortunate I was not brave enough once upon a time to take steps to fanning into the proper flame that it always should have been, and which I hope there is still time yet for it to become. I see you as my perfect match. I see you as complementing so many aspects of myself that were veiled to me before. It has taken this journey and this evolution inside for me to be able to properly decipher exactly who you are to me. And now, armed with that knowledge, I am determined to press beyond barriers, most specifically a fear of rejection within myself, in order to move where my heart is calling me, in order to present you with the full disclosure and declaration of what I hold inside, an honesty which you were deprived of before. I can't wait to speak to you directly. I can't wait to look into your eyes once again and to not turn away this time. I can't wait for you to see this honest and full-grown version of me, because if we had the makings of being something great before, it is beyond description or conception what we can develop into with one another at this point in time. You have blossomed so beautifully into the radiant being you were always meant to be, and in my own way I too have flourished beyond the limitations of self and how I was moving through the world. I can't wait to merge my energy with yours very directly, and I am looking forward to our long overdue conversation, which will happen sooner than you might imagine. So those are your messages in terms of signs. With cups, we've got water energy, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Swords is air, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. The Hermit is Virgo. The Chariot is Cancer. The Moon is Pisces and Cancer. The Tower is Aries. And Pentacles is Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So let's see, what else does your secret admirer want you to know at this time? Okay, and they say you are so sweet. Thank you for being so compassionate. When I close my eyes, all I see is your beautiful face. I could stare at you for eternity. It doesn't matter where I go or who I am with, you're all I see. I can see clearly now. I am no longer in denial. I see you in my future. I visualize all the awesome things we'll do together. I feel at home with you. We belong together. Every word I say holds pure honesty and integrity. I mean every word. You can trust me. And listen to your inner voice. Please don't be influenced by what other people say. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your secret admirer, or could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got A, M, U, S, H, S, N, A, J, K, R, B, G, C, B, F, X, P, H, Q, I, and T. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well. Hi, Group 3. You chose the orange calcite. So I'm going to start with some tarot and use these as the framework for the channeling, and then I'll dive into the deeper energy surrounding that. I'm going to be channeling in the first person tense, using pronouns such as I, me, you, and we. And following this initial portion of the reading, I'll get some standalone message cards that can either reinforce what comes through here in the first section, or can serve as additional messages for you from your secret admirer at this time. And then I'll close the reading out with some initials. So, what does your secret admirer want you to know right now? flame, you have the Page of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, Temperance, the Lovers, Four of Swords, Ten of Wands, and the Page of Wands. I am so intimidated and inspired by you, and I am struggling under the weight and compulsion of moving in closer, making it known to you that I have a desire to blaze a trail beyond how we relate to one another at this point in time, and that despite my efforts to keep you compartmentalized to a very precise sector of my life, you have managed to work your way into my heart space in a most amazing, beautiful, and unexpected way. The more I sit and contemplate, watching you from afar, moving very organically through your world and environment, to the beat of a drum which is all your own, the tune to which is mysterious and otherworldly indeed, the more I am certain that to take steps to broaden our dynamic with one another could not only provide the open door to a type of loving experience which might be so fulfilling for the points of emptiness I am certain we both hold within, but could also be the road to a greater sense of education spiritually for each other about how to live freely and without condition as we move through the world, not as two people, but as one, forging a new path forward in the direction of a partnership built off of unusual and extraordinary circumstances. You are always on my mind, and you are in my dreams nearly every night now. Some of the things which come through in the form of downloads and recognitions are cryptic and yet expand my perceptions and my curiosity. I am exploring facets of myself and more deeply into the nature of my own beliefs and what it means to be spiritual. And all of this is as a result of having gotten to know you in the ways in which I have. Your perspective on life, the way in which you carry yourself, your priorities, are so different from anyone I have known, let alone given my heart to, that I am not quite sure how to operate in the capacity of emotions with you. The bar is set very high for what I must bring to the table, and even though you have always been so accepting of me and compassionate towards me, I understand that to gain access to that inner sanctum of your heart requires something of an effort on my part, which I have been unwilling to give to previous connections I have had, and have never known before even the suggestion that such efforts could be the key to unlocking a deep sense of personal satisfaction I have been missing and searching for all my life. You have changed things so fundamentally for me. From the inside out, there are a series of transformations which are up-leveling the way in which I have moved through the world, as a new, more astute version of me takes the place of how I was almost sleepwalking through my life. It has been a rude awakening, but so necessary for me to gain perspective and to really ask myself, what is the point of all of this I have constructed for myself? Certainly, there should be something more, and that more is something which I can build here and now, starting from the within. Your energy and your essence is a compelling force. I feel uplifted at the sheer mention of your name. The suggestion of you sends my thoughts into higher planes of reality. Without knowing it, You have scooped me up out of my personal darkness on more than one occasion. I don't want to step towards you with the energy of need or dependency. I understand that in order to love someone like you, I must come fully prepared to bare my soul and to walk beside you in the heavy lifting of standing in one's own personal truth, despite the ways in which the world may try to force one to dim their light and shrink into a state of conformity. You have given me a fresh perspective of what it means to be the essence and embodiment of love. You are joy itself, and you have brought such clarity and purpose into my world and into my reality without even knowing that you have done this. Although I am standing still and am still in the place of strategy, please understand that things will not continue on like this between us for much longer. I know I need to take steps towards you. I know that there is a finite window of opportunity by which I have to announce my intentions and open my heart to you, or else forever hold my peace and watch you move forth with your life in the arms of another. I am working up my courage. I am building up my strength. I am finding the words to speak to you that are laced with the passion and determination of what you have stirred inside, but are still open enough that the mystery of what might yet unfold between the two of us has room to become actualized and to grow. You are so captivating, and I am blessed beyond measure for having been stirred inside to such a point of awakening by the experience of you here now in my world. So those are your messages in terms of signs. With Temperance, we have Sagittarius, the Hanged Man is Pisces, Swords is air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Wands is fire, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Pentacles is Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And the Lovers is Gemini. So let's see, what else does your secret admirer want you to know at this time? Okay, and they say, I've been rehearsing what I want to say. I have been so nervous. It has to be perfect. I've been sinking into blissful meditation lately and receiving higher guidance about you and me. Listen to your inner voice. Please don't be influenced by what other people say. I often withdraw to process our connection. It is where I receive greater understanding. Our time apart really gives me time to reflect. I've been able to look at our relationship with more clarity. I love meeting with you on the astral. It's where we create our magic. I see you in my future. I visualize all the awesome things we'll do together. With you, I'm on cloud 9. You are my heaven on earth. And my heart melts every time you look into my eyes. So these initials can be a first, middle, or last name of you or your secret admirer, or could spell something out, just whatever resonates for you. Got H, E, R, Y, K, D, H, B, M, C, C, V, S, I, S, O, and F. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, or share. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.